What is slicing? Slicing is used to access a portion of the list by specifying a start index, an end index, and an optional step. How to do that? We have to specify the list, and within square brackets, we can write the starting index, the index where the slice should begin, and stop index, the index where the slice ends, and a step. Step is the interval between each element and the slice. What do I mean by that? Let's say this is my list. If I want to access the three items 5, 6, 8, how should I slice it? So I should first write the name of the list, and within square brackets, what is the start index of 5? It is 2, right? So 2 colon, and what is the index of 8? The stop index is important because this index is exclusive, it's not inclusive. So 8, the index of 8 is 4, right? But since stop index excludes that index, we should write the index as 5. So the first index will be written as it is, and how many items should I access? 3 items, right? So 2 plus 3, 5, and the index is 5. The step by default is 1, and since it is optional, we can ignore it. So what will be the output for this? The output is 5, 6, 8, right? Let's say I want to access 8 and 9. How would I access them? So print int list, and what is the index of 8? It's 4, right? 4 colon, and how many items should I access? 2, right? So 6, because 6 minus 4 is 2. So this slicing contains 2 elements, which is what we want. So we got the output as 8 and 9. It starts at index 4 and stops at index 6, but the index 6 is exclusive. Let's say I want to access items from 5 till the end of the list. For that case, I should write the index of the first item, which is 2 colon, and I need not specify my end because I want all the elements starting from 5 till the end of the list. I need not mention the stop index. As you can see the output, it printed the items from 5 till the end of the list. Now, the list can be as big as it can be. If I don't mention the stop index, then Python assumes that I want all the items till the end of the list. That's why it gave an output of elements starting from index 2 till the end of the list. Slicing from beginning to a stop index. Let's say I want all the elements from the beginning of the list till a stop index. If I want to access these 4 items, then so I'm leaving the first index as empty, colon, and the second index or stop index depends on how many items I want on the list. Let's say I want to have 4 items, then here the stop index would be 4. The fourth index is exclusive in Python. Because the fourth item of the list has an index of 3, I should write the index of 4 here because 4 is not included. Because the stop index is exclusive in slicing. As you could see, we could get the first 4 elements from the beginning. Now slicing with a step. Let's say I want to access every alternate element from the list. How do I do that? The item should start from the beginning, and I want the first 5 elements, but I want every alternate element. So every alternate element, the step will be 2. As we could see here, the first item is selected, and then it took a step 2 and took item 5, and then took a step 2 and took item 8. Negative index slicing. As we already saw previously, the indexes can be positive or negative. So negative 1 is the first item from the last. Negative 2 is the second item from the last. Negative 3 is the third item from the last. But if I want to slice the items using negative indexing, how do I do that? Let's say the start index is -3 and I don't mention the stop index. What does the output of the cell be? It would be 8, 9, 11. 11 is -1, 9 is -2, and 8 is -3 index. So when the beginning index is -3, it took the first item, And since I did not mention the stop index, it took all the elements till the end of the list. That's why the output is 8, 9, and 11. Let's say I don't mention the start index and mention the stop index as -2. What does it output? Excluding the item with the -2 index. So the output is the items from the beginning of the list till negative index 2, but excluding that index item, that is 9. So it gave items till 8, 1, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Slicing with both negative start and stop index. Let's say the start index is -4 and stop index is -1. What does it output? Firstly, the number of elements would be 3, because 4 minus 1 is 3, and the negative index, the last item or negative index 1 is not included. So ideally it should give these 3 items. Let's see. As you could see, we could get 6, 8, and 9. What happens if we slice using both positive and negative indexes? Let's say the start index is +1 and the stop index is -1. So it starts from index 3 till the end, but excluding the item with negative index 1. So it should ideally give 3 to 9. As you could see, we could get the items from 3 to 9. Slicing with a negative step for reversing a list. For that, we should write the syntax as, I'm not mentioning the start index, I'm not mentioning the stop index, but I'm asking it a step of -1. So in this case, the entire list is reversed. So the first element became 11, 9, 8, and so on. So this is a way to reverse a list by using slicing. Let's say I want to access these 3 items from the list, but I want to have them in reverse. That means the first item should be 8, the second item should be 6, third item should be 5. For that, I'm using the command int list. So the first item should start from 8, right? So it is a negative index of -2, sorry, -3. It should start from there, and then it should go till -6, and it should be in reverse. So I access these 3 items in reverse. I could also use a combination of positive and negative index for this. So the item starts with -3 index and it ends with 0, 1, 2. So the positive index of 5 is 2, but since 2 is not included, it should be 1. We got the same output. So these are the different ways to slice the list